Hello and welcome to my channel Close to the Edge. My name is Pat, where we talk about all things prog rock, classic rock, heavy rock, and maybe even a sticker rock. Isn't that right, Kevin?
That's it, Pat.
And I have Kevin back again by popular demand.
Oh, for God's sake. Thanks for having me on, Pat.
No, the videos are doing fantastic, Kevin, when you're on. They like our banter.
Right. Oh, well, very good.
They like our banter. So what are we doing today, Kevin? I'll let you talk about it.
We are doing 15 essential albums that you should own from the 1970s. And let me just say, all these titles that you come up with are difficult enough to get through your favourite albums. This has been the hardest by far. Because you know me, the majority of my collection, the majority of it is 1970s.
Yeah, well, mine would be the same.
So I more or less had to pick just 15 albums and, see how I got on.
Yeah, and we're not picking...
Not necessarily the greatest, but,
no. But
they're great albums.
These are 15 albums that everyone should have.
Yeah.
In their collection.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get back to that at the end and we'll see, do I have any in my collection that you're 15?
Oh, yeah.
And vice versa.
I'll have a look, exactly.
But anyway, number 15, Kevin.
Number 15, Pat, for me, is Wishbone Ash. There's the Rub.
Oh, fantastic album.
A brilliant album from 1974. The first album featuring the then new guitarist Laurie Wisefield.
Laurie Wisefield, yeah. Took over from Ted Turner.
Who left after Wishbone 4, was it?
Wishbone 4, average enough album, yeah.
Average enough album, following the brilliant Argus album.
Yeah.
But that particular album, as you well know, we know this album a long time, that's an amazing dual guitar album.
Very proggy.
Very proggy, 6 tracks on it.
That's all, yeah.
6 tracks and, fantastic album. I recommend anybody who wants to put their toe in the water, test the water with Wishbone Ash. That'd be a great album.
That'd be one to start with, yeah, because I love the way it starts off, though.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Silver Shoes, is it, Kevin?
Yeah, and then there's a big instrumental on it. It's FUBB.
Yeah, and that means, I'll say the words, fucked up beyond belief.
That's right.
Exactly what it means.
That's what it stands for, yeah. But a fantastic album. Love it after all these years. So that's a great 70s Wishbone Ash.
Yeah, that's one you should definitely have. Right, my number 15 now is probably people will be surprised. It's the Eagles' first album.
Ah.
Yeah, released in 1972, Kevin. I think this is their best album.
I don't have that. I have the live album in Hotel California.
Yeah.
But
my favourite track on this is a track called Witchy Woman.
oh, I know that track.
You know the
Excellent.
track. Yeah. So and I think it's a brilliant debut album.
What year is that, Pat?
72.
72, right.
And I would highly recommend anyone to have this in their collection.
Ah, I'll have to check it out now.
I think it's better than Hotel California.
And that's a big statement.
Yeah, it is. I think it's a great debut album.
Yeah.
To hit the ground running with that one.
Yeah.
Now I know a lot of people I have a few other albums by him, like have Desperado as well. But for me, this one.
And that's pre-Joe Welch.
Yes.
Joined the band, isn't it?
Yeah, that's probably why it's the best, really, Kevin. In fairness.
Oh, really? Yeah. Right. Okay.
That's my opinion, of course.
Yeah. I'll
Anyway,
have to check it out.
Check that one out. That's my number 15, the Eagles' first album.
Great.
Number 14, Kevin.
Number 14 for me, Pat. This is a brilliant album from 1974. Montrose. Ronnie Montrose.
Okay, I don't have that album.
Don't you?
No.
Oh, right. Well, that's you probably recognise Sammy Hagar.
Yes, he went on to be in Van Halen.
In his younger days, yeah, exactly. And this is 73. Did I say 74?
Yeah.
73. I know I featured this album on another video of yours where it was great debut albums.
Yeah.
Because you only had a couple of albums, but it's also a brilliant album. It's a real, it's a big influence on a lot of albums. It sort of really kick-started a sort of certain type of American rock.
Is that type of music? Is that what it is like?
Oh, it is. It's a heavy rock album. It's a brilliant heavy rock album. Yeah.
Sammy Hagar.
Sammy Hagar, yeah. It's Ronnie Montrose. The other two lads, I don't know them, but brilliant album. Well worth checking out.
Okay, that's one I have to
Great
get
hard rock from 73.
Okay. Right, my number 14 is Nazareth's. I'll get it there. Nazareth's debut album, released I think 71. Kevin.
71, yeah, I have that. That's a great album.
Yeah, this is. I hadn't heard this album only recently, Kevin.
It's a really good album.
And for a debut album, it's an excellent album.
It is, yeah.
But it's one I think you should have. I know they have better albums than this.
Scottish band.
Scottish band, yeah. But I think it's an excellent. I really enjoyed this album when I played it.
Yeah.
Because I bought it in Cork there when we were down in Cork there before Christmas.
Right, yeah.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah, we recommended it to you, I think.
You did recommend it to me and I picked it up.
Yeah.
And I played it a few times. And it's not heavy. You know what I mean?
No, it's just hard rock.
Hard rock.
What you call hard rock or heavy rock, yeah.
But a good introduction to the band, I believe.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And amazing singer.
Oh, brilliant singer.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Like up until a couple of years ago, before he died, obviously, he still had a great voice. He's just brilliant, So that's a great band.
Good. Yeah, that's one anyway.
Right.
13. Well, on number 13, Kevin.
Right. No bother at all.
Unlucky for some, as they say.
Number 13 is Bad Company's first album.
Oh, another one I don't have.
Oh, well, that's a great album.
I've had it. I did have it.
Yep, 1974. I think they were the first signing on the newly formed Zeppelin.
Swan Song.
Or one of the first on Swan Song.
Same manager though as Zeppelin too. Peter Grant was the manager. Yeah,
that's right. That's a brilliant album. You had Paul Rodgers from Free, and he also had Boz Burl, who played with bass with King Crimson.
Okay.
Mick Ralphs, and a brilliant album. So that's one definitely worth picking up.
Okay, and what track would I know from that now?
Oh, I'd say you'd know a
off the
couple
top
of
of my
them.
head, like.
Can't Get Enough.
I know
Rocksteady.
it, yeah. I know the album, like, and I had the album.
Moving On. Seagull is an acoustic thing, but it's brilliant,
Great debut album then as well.
It is, and like I said, half a free. Simon Kirk on drums and
Sure would be half a free.
Paul Rodgers.
Yeah.
So and a very relaxed sound, similar to Free, sort of easy going. I suppose you'd call it nearly boogie sort of rock,
Yeah.
Just chilled out.
Yeah, I'll have to get. That's another
But
one.
that's a great album.
Another one on my list.
Great album.
Right, my number 13, and you have this, Kevin, on LP.
Oh yeah.
Is Jeff Beck Wired.
Yeah, great.
76 release.
Fantastic.
Jan Hammer is on this, isn't he?
Yeah, and there's a few decent
it's
jazz musicians on that, I think.
has this Blue Wind on it. It has, yeah. And lead. I love Lead Boots on this.
Right.
It's
brilliant.
Do you know that one?
Yeah.
It's
great.
just, it's very similar to the
Mahavishnu.
Yeah, it's on that line. It's jazz fusion, jazz rock. So
yeah, no singing on it.
no singing on it. But
Instrumental album.
But I mean, it's very similar. You can hear where obviously Jan Hammer was with them.
Yeah, jazz fusion.
But
rocky sort of sound.
What a guitarist, though.
Oh, what a guitarist! Yeah, he's phenomenal. And on that album in particular, I'd say of all his albums, I'd have a few of them. That's probably his best, I think.
Best studio album, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
And the live one they brought out with Jan Hammer Group was brilliant.
Yeah, that's right. Came out the year after in '77. Yeah, that's great album.
That's my number 13. Jeff Beck Wired.
Good one. Good choice. Number 12. Number 12 for me, and the essential 70s albums that you should have. Now you could pick any of their early 4 studio albums, I suppose, but this is my favourite anyway. And Give Me Back My Bullets. Brilliant album.
Is that an analog production?
Oh, that's analog productions, yeah. That's 45 RPM.
Yeah, the sound of them.
Double LP, they're phenomenal. They're amazing. They do cost a bit extra, but if you like an album, they're worth it.
Like I've heard a few out in your
fantastic
turntable.
They're good, aren't they?
Oh,
they're great. So
no, I don't have that album, Kim. No, I have the live album.
Oh, the live album's brilliant.
I have the double live album, but I don't have.
We featured in the other video you had of debut albums, the first album, which is brilliant.
I'm not a huge fan of them, Kevin. I'll be straight up with you.
Oh, I like Lynyrd Skynyrd. I do. But that album that's my favourite.
I like the live album though. I think that's about all I need really for me.
Well, yeah, if it's a band you're not that fussed about.
No.
You know yourself, live albums are great for that.
Live albums are good for that.
Yeah. So that's one I would definitely recommend you have.
Okay. That's interesting, Kevin. My number 12, Kevin, is an album that you actually haven't heard.
Oh.
John Lord's Saraban.
Oh yes, I was with you when you bought this recently.
Right. I was looking for that for years.
You were, yeah.
And released in '76.
Right.
And Andy Summers is on this.
Oh.
From The Police.
Right. Any other Deep Purple people on there?
No, just Andy Summers. But it's an absolutely brilliant, kind of very proggy, Kevin.
It's instrumental, Pat.
Oh, instrumental, yeah.
Right.
Proggy, jazzy, there's classical influences in there.
Right.
But I loved the album.
Great.
I really loved it.
Well, you must like it to recommend it.
And it's on the Purple label as well. You know the Deep Purple label, of course.
That's it.
But I think it's brilliant. I think it's his best studio album.
Wow.
You know, John Lord's on his solo projects.
Great. Right. Well, you obviously liked it enough to have it in your list.
Yeah, but if you ever spot it, Kevin, you will pick it up.
I will.
Yeah.
But
right, we're on to
11.
11
for me is this album from 1972.
Stephen
Stills, Manassas. It's a double album, and it's a brilliant album. I think with this band, Stephen Stills, I think he only had a couple of albums. I've got the other one as well
I never
down
heard
the
it.
road. But 1972.
I never heard it.
Oh, it's a great album. And,
Heard of it, but never heard it.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's
What type of music is that, Kevin?
well, there's 4 sides, and each side's a different style of music on it. So there's sort of Americana country sort of feel. There's a bit of a rock and roll feel on another side, and then another side is sort of heavy rock. It's another side then is sort of a bit lighter, a bit acoustic, but it's a brilliant album. Really well played, enjoyable from start to finish. It's a great
I think
record.
I'd like that now. Would that be my tea?
You like the Allman Brothers,
No,
Lynyrd
I
Skinner?
can't stand them.
Oh God, right. Well,
Can't
I think you answered your
I can't
question
stand
there.
them.
Yeah, I don't know. You might.
I don't like that kind of boogie or whatever it's called. I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
Okay, fair enough.
I just
Boogie
don't
Boogie,
get it.
yeah, right.
Whatever, Southern Boogie.
Yeah, well, I'd recommend Manassas anyway. It's a great.
No. No. My number 11, we're going to heavy metal now.
Oh yeah,
And I think this is an album that's so underrated.
and I don't understand why myself.
Black Sabbath's Never Say Die.
Oh, brilliant.
There's jazz on this.
There's everything on it. So typical Sabbath.
They did everything on
There's
this.
more to them than just metal, you know.
And you hear people on YouTube, a few of the prominent YouTubers, and they're on about, they have bad Black Sabbath albums.
And they'll have
rated
that.
higher than that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. They obviously haven't listened to it enough.
Oh yeah, they said,
Because it's not just your taste. Actually, it's a great album.
yeah, and Don Airey's on keyboards. How many albums is Don Airey on? Probably 1,000.
Yeah, he's on everybody's, isn't he?
Yeah, but that is, I love a hard road on that, Kevin.
Oh, I like everything on it.
Johnny Blade is on
Johnny
that.
Blade, brilliant.
You know what I mean? So,
Swinging the chain.
and it is the last album with Ozzy, but
Yeah.
I think he bowed out the first time. Obviously, he came back again
On a high.
on a high.
Yeah, great album.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
there's a lot of hatred for that.
Yeah, I
album.
don't understand that at all. I don't understand that. That's a brilliant album.
Oh, it is brilliant. It's better than Technical Ecstasy.
It is. It is. It's a step up from that.
It is a step up from that.
Yeah, it's
And
probably not as good, obviously, as the first 5.
no,
Is it
they're
6?
going to be hard to beat. Up to Sabotage.
Or 6, is
yeah,
it?
up to Sabotage. Yeah,
Black Sabbath, Paranoid, Mass Reality, Volume 4, Sabotage, yeah.
Yeah, up to
That's
that.
right. So it wouldn't be up to their level, but still a great 70s hard rock album
But
with a bit of variety on it.
but always dismissed.
Yeah, I don't get that.
People say Born Again is better than it, and all this.
I never said I was a great album.
The 7 Star, someone said, is better than it.
Right, I don't
like
get
it.
that.
No, I don't get it either.
Great album, good pick.
Anyway, that's my number 11. Now we're getting into our top 10 now, Kevin.
Are we in the top 10, Pat?
We
I
are.
trust you on the numbers because
Yeah, I haven't written down.
I get lost. My number 10 is this brilliant album, 1979. It's the Police's second album, Regatta de Blanc. This is a fantastic album, absolutely brilliant. I think it's the Police's best record. It's my favourite record of theirs, and every single track on it, love it. I think it's brilliant.
What do I know? I must know everything.
Ah, you would, of course. Message in a Bottle.
I know all them. Roxanne on that.
No, that's the first album. Walking on the Moon.
Yeah, I know it.
Bed's Too Big Without You. You know, stuff like that.
I have the best of them on a double CD, and I have another album there as well, boy. Yeah, but
Well, the second track on this, Regatta de Blanc, the title track, is an instrumental. And it's like as if they're in the studio and just went off.
yeah, but
The
brilliant.
three of them. And,
Yeah.
you can really see, or you can really hear, I should say, the musicianship.
Oh, they're brilliant musicians.
Because they're fantastic.
No, I do like the Police. I do
Yeah,
like
it's
the Police.
like, and very, very innovative band. Like, I don't know what, they were probably classed as new wave back in the day, but
Well, I think Rush copied them.
of course they did, 100%. Sure, Andy Summers was a massive influence on Alex Lyson's guitar sound that he adopted in the 80s.
Correct. Yeah,
Big
very
time.
similar. Very similar.
And a brilliant bass player, great songwriter, Sting,
And a brilliant drummer.
and a fantastic drummer, former prog band drummer. He played with
yeah,
a
yeah.
couple
Yeah,
of bands.
also, he was a class drummer. Class.
Yeah, still is. Brilliant. So that's my number 10, The Great Regatta de Blanc.
And you know what I like about the Police more than anything else? They never were attempted to come back.
Yeah, they called it quits, didn't they?
That's it. They went
Yeah.
off and did their own
Job
thing.
done.
Job. They weren't coming back and doing a farewell tour.
Yeah,
or-
sort of diluted. Yeah, they
Diluted.
did do a tour later on.
Yeah, I know, but you know
Well,
these bands that keep going on and on and on
Yeah, there's a time to
and never end. Yeah, there's a time to call it a day.
Time to call it a day.
We're having our 35th album and it's the same.
But
as
then
all
again,
that.
that's easy for us to say. Maybe if we're in the band, you know.
I don't know.
But I think Sting had the sense there to. Well, the three of them, when they recorded the last album, they the synchronicity. I think Andy Summers said they weren't even talking to one another. They were recording bits in different studios, so they knew then it's time. Look, that's it, we're done.
Yeah.
But that album back in '79, Fantastic album.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, love it.
Absolutely.
That's my number 10, was it?
Number 10, yeah. My number 10 is another seemingly forgotten album by Blue Oyster called Spectres.
Oh, I love Spectres.
Yeah, 1977. You have the Golden Age of Leather on this, and you have Godzilla, which is a staple in their live concerts.
Yeah, great.
I think it's a brilliant album.
Yeah.
Comes after, what was the album before that?
Agents of Fortune.
Yeah, which you had the Don't
Fear
Fear
the Reaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely
It's a great album.
a superb album.
It
And
is.
one of the best of the 70s. They had a run of brilliant albums.
They did, yeah, that's a great album.
But I love this album. And you have this on LP, Kevin.
I have it a long time, yeah, it's a great album.
Brilliant album. And of course, Nosferatu is the last track on it. It's kind of typical Blue Oyster Cult, isn't it?
Yeah, cryptic sort of lyrics. And
Cryptic lyrics and haunting sound.
Sound, yeah,
They had a unique sound, though, Kevin.
Oh, they did, they're a great band.
A lot of people call them the American Black Sabbath. I didn't think they were like Black Sabbath, to be quite honest with you.
No, unless they were maybe connecting the fact that maybe they wrote evil lyrics or something, I don't know.
I think maybe in the 80s, because Martin Birch did Heaven and Hell and Mob Rules, and he did
Cultosaurus.
Practice and Some Enchanted Even, all recorded roughly around the same time.
Yeah. I think they might have toured together too.
Yeah, I think they did tour. Yeah, they did
Black
tour.
and Blue tour or something.
That's correct. That is right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
No, good album, good choice.
Yeah, number 9.
I like that. Number 9. Number 9 for me, Pat, is this brilliant album.
Oh, Nazareth again. Yeah,
Nazareth. Hair of the Dog.
Yeah. Is that their best album, Kevin?
That's the best album. That's the best album. I have about 7 or 8 other albums, and that's by far the best album. I think that's just absolutely brilliant. Now, No Mean City, a couple of albums later, is very close to it. But Hair of the Dog, I think that's 75.
It's a lovely cover on it, though.
It's beautiful artwork, yeah. It's lovely. It's lovely, yeah.
It is a nice cover. Who did the cover? It's not a Roger Dean cover, is it?
No, I don't think so. No, it's not. It's not his style. But again, like the first album, instantly recognisable with Dan McCafferty singing. What a voice! Like he sings with a rasp, but he's got a lot of power, you know, and a fairly unique sound. They have
it's an album I have to get actually because I'm looking to get that now. I want to get.
Yeah, Hair the Dog's great, and that's a reissue that came out in 2010, a coloured vinyl and everything, and they've remastered it, and it sounds fantastic.
Sounds fantastic.
Oh, jeez, sounds great.
Yeah, I remember Paul had it here when we had a night of music, and he played it.
Yeah, an original one.
Yeah, and it sounded good.
Really well, they're really after going over the top on that. So I'd highly recommend, if you're getting into Nazareth, start with that one. You can't go wrong.
Okay, very good, Kevin.
Hair the Dog.
Hair the Dog. One for me, Kevin, that you will have to get is, and you've heard it, Kevin, is Eli's Floating, released in 74.
Oh, yeah.
It's their last album before they went off on their space prog kind of.
And what sort of music is that then?
That's more, be very dominated by Hammond organ.
Oh, would it? Keyboard dominated.
Keyboard dominated, guitar. It'd be very.
I've heard it and I liked it.
Yeah, very similar to Deep Purple kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Sound. German band Eli, but I think this is absolutely brilliant.
Right.
And it's heavy in places as well.
Right.
Now the singing is in acquired taste, right?
Right.
Frank Borman, like it's very acquired.
He's no Robert Plant.
No, he's not. He's not even a Geddy Lee.
Oh.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So, but I think this is brilliant. This is one you should have.
You played it for me, and I like it.
Yeah.
And I liked it better than other ones you played.
And I know you like to get them on LP. Very hard to get on LP, Kevin.
Yeah, I'll find it.
You will find it eventually.
I'll find it. Yeah.
Anyway, that's my number 9, Eli, Floating.
Right. Very good. Number 8.
Number 8 we're down to.
Number 8 for me. Now, I keep saying this, but I have to say it. This was really hard to do. When you have so many albums, so much of my collection, which is not massive, but it's handy enough size, is 70s. So it was difficult, so I just had to go with,
Go with the flow, as they say.
This album, my favourite AC/DC album, Let There Be Rock.
Okay, is that Bon Scott's?
No, that's Bon Scott, yeah, 1977. You know most of the songs on this. Dog Eat Dog, Let There Be Rock.
I know
Bad Boy
the
Boogie.
album. I know the album.
Yeah, it's
I don't have the album.
It's a brilliant album.
So another one I have to get then.
Well, any of the Bon Scott era ones are worth picking up, and of course the fantastic Back in Black.
Oh, I think Back in Black's the best album.
It probably is, in fairness. It's a brilliant album, but I love that. For the 70s album, bit of boogie rock, heavy rock, you name it. There's no one like AC/DC.
Oh, they have a unique sound, Kevin.
Oh, they do, 100%.
Unique sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Great. So I'd recommend that. That's my number, what was that, 8, Pat?
It was number 8. And my number 8, Kevin, is Kansas. Prog band from America. Song from America, released in 75.
Song for America, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice cover on it.
It is. I've seen the cover.
Yeah, I'd like to pick this up on LP because I have it only in a little box set or only a little small little thing.
Yeah.
But they're remastered and the sound is excellent. But it's a brilliant album,
Oh. How would that compare to Left Overture?
as good as,
I have that. That's a really
as
good
good
album.
as good as Kevin.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
as good as. You see, Left Overture is famous for Carry On Wayward Son.
Yeah,
This wouldn't have that kind of track on it really.
right. But is it proggy rock?
Oh, it's prog, yeah.
Oh, is it?
But you can see they were heavily influenced by the likes of Gentle Giant and Genesis.
King Crimson, all those bands.
Yeah, they were influenced. But it's good to have an American band like that because there weren't many of them.
Yeah.
There weren't many of them. This is a brilliant album. Song of
Good.
America. I recommend if you see that on LP, that'll be one I recommend.
Right. Okay.
Right, that's Kansas. Now we're on to number 7.
Number 7. Number 7 for me is an oldie. It must be one of the first records I ever bought. It'd be certainly in the top 5 I ever bought. Anyway, Rainbow Rising.
No, I remember when you bought that.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Because we would have, I would have heard Down to Earth. Remember Down to Earth?
We heard Down There first.
Yeah, 17. We bought it when it came out.
We did, August 79.
We bought it.
I remember, and
Yeah.
then went backwards to that one. And that album is, what can you say about that? It's almost its own genre of rock. Classically inspired, heavy metal at times, isn't it?
Classical baroque for heavy
Yeah,
metal.
it's
that
fantastic.
kind of stuff.
Yeah,
A
brilliant.
lot of people say about that album, I was watching reviews of it, were saying that the first side is weak in comparison to the second side, but I don't see that.
Not at all. It's just different style.
You know?
There's 4 tracks on side 1, there's 2 long ones on side 2.
Yeah.
And
I know Stargazer gets all the attention, but I think Light in the Black is absolutely...
Blackmore said about Stargazer that he was, after hearing Kashmir by Led Zeppelin, he said he had to write something epic. And that's what inspired him,
Yeah, you can see
himself and Dio, to write that.
You can see the resemblance there.
You can, and as brilliant as that is, I love A Light in the Dark.
A Light in the Dark is called, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, the second track
That's
on side
brilliant,
2.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. Apparently on stage, Cozy Powell used to have oxygen. He needed oxygen after doing the drum part on it because it's just so intense.
That is so, and you have Tony Carey on keyboards on that.
Oh, what a musician, eh?
Yeah, brilliant.
Oh,
brilliant.
He's amazing, yeah.
He didn't. Musicians didn't hang around too long in Rainbow.
No. But that particular incarnation of Rainbow, that's the only album they did, wasn't it? Tony Carey was gone by Long Live Rock and Roll.
He was.
He was replaced by David Stone.
And who's the bass player on that?
Jimmy Bain.
But he got on too on Long Rock and Roll as well.
I think so. I think he's replaced by Bob Daisley, the Aussie guy.
And actually, Blackmore did a lot of the bass on that album because Bob Daisley only did a few tracks.
Oh, right.
They were having arguments here and there, and of course Dio and Blackmore weren't getting on through that album.
Right. But the amazing Cozy Powell is there.
Oh, sure.
What a drummer.
He's like your man. He's on every album.
Yeah, he's great. He is. He's had to play on a fair few things.
Fair few things. That's brilliant. Oh, that's an amazing album. I have
It
that
is.
one.
It's unreal, isn't it?
Oh,
So
brilliant.
anyone that just knows Richie Blackmore for Deep Purple, say anyone
Yeah.
younger that might be just getting into music, you have to buy that. That's as good as any Deep Purple.
There's no young people watch this, Kevin. I watched the I watched the analytics on it, the demographic.
Right.
The majority of people are our age.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
Fair enough.
There's no 20-year-old going to be watching this now.
Right.
Have something physical. No, they have their mobile. They have their phone and Spotify
Yeah, I'll take the physical any day.
any
thanks.
day of the week. Right, my number 7 is an album that I actually bought off of you, Kevin.
You did, Pat, because I could not.
He to He,
Get into
Who Am the Only One, Van de Graaff Generator.
H to He.
H to He. I think this is an amazing album. I think this is their best album.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Released in 1970.
I'm not going to argue with you.
I know you're not going to argue, you don't like it.
No.
But the track Killer on it, the first opening track, is absolutely brilliant. Now, his voice, again, like Eli,
And acquired taste.
very acquired taste, but I think he
Extremely
got
acquired.
everything right on this album.
Okay.
Now, the first album I don't like, and the second album, and Pawn Hearts, I can't get into. But this
You're
one,
not really selling them to me, Pat.
No, I'm not really. But this album is the best. This is brilliant.
What year is that? 71?
70.
70, right.
The first album was 69, they had 2 albums then in 1970.
Okay.
And then Pawn Hearts came out in 71.
That's the one a lot of people talk about, isn't it? Pawn Hearts.
This is
a
better
famous
than Pawn
album.
Hearts.
Very good.
This is absolutely
Good.
brilliant. I love this album. I love it.
Excellent.
Now I have it on CD and I have it on LP,
All right.
and
So you really like it then?
there's no difference in the sound actually between the LP and the CD. I think that might have been
Remastered.
remastered and done digitally. You know what I mean? Transferred
Possible.
up.
So who knows these days with a lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them,
That's
you know.
why I always try and go for the older presses,
ones.
or at least
And
new
it
if
sounds,
they're
very,
done.
it sounds very similar to this.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway,
That was your
that's my
number
number 7.
Right, so we're up to 6.
6. What have we here now?
Well, you know this album. This is an amazing album as well.
Oh,
Billy Cobham,
oh,
Spectrum. Like, what can you say about that?
Tommy Bolin.
Tommy Bolin on it, yeah.
Got that album. That's amazing.
Billy Cobham is some drummer, isn't he? But that, I have another 2 albums of his.
Do you think that's his best? His best.
Oh, by far. The other 2 are good, Crosswinds, and I can't think of the other one, but they're fairly handy now, you know. But no, they don't come near that one. Even people, we played that. Remember the last music night we had? We played that. Even some of the lads that wouldn't be into what myself and Pat are into,
no, they
prog or a bit of jazz fusion or whatever. You play that from and
don't the real music.
Well, that's a matter of opinion, I suppose. But everyone likes that album.
They did like that.
It's funky. It's just brilliant.
And so well produced.
Yeah, it is amazing.
And Tommy Bolin, brilliant. I remember John Lord was talking about that in a documentary I was watching. And he was talking about that album. That's how they knew Tommy Bolin.
Oh, was it?
They were getting him for Come Taste the Band. But even John Lord said when he heard that album, it blew a lot of musicians away when they heard it.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Sure. It's top notch, isn't it?
It was influential on a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's probably. Now, I'm not massively into jazz fusion. I'd only have, I don't know, a couple of dozen albums ever, but I think if you're going to say to somebody they want a 70s jazz fusion, jazz rock album, you couldn't go past Spectre. As good as Wired is, I think this is on another level. I think this is a brilliant
better
album.
than Wired.
It is, I think, isn't it?
That's a step up.
A step up, yeah, I think so.
I just think it's a step up.
Yeah, so that's my number, whatever that was.
Now, that was number 6, Kevin.
Thanks, man.
My number 6 is always the forgotten album in the Wishbone Ash catalogue.
Ah, interesting pick.
Pilgrimage. Brilliant album, because it's stuck between the first album, which is amazing,
and Arcus, the third album, which is amazing.
So, and it's brilliant.
It's a great
There's
album.
even jazz on this.
It's fairly proggy too, isn't it?
Proggy, jazz.
Like the first album, they were still fairly proggy, the first 3 albums or so.
They were proggy, they were, yeah.
Yeah. With a bit of English folk.
Yeah, you know that kind of...
And they had a great singing. The 3 of them sang harmony.
Harmony and the harmony twin leads.
Yeah, great.
And
album.
the original lineup. But I think this is how long ago did we hear this album?
1980.
Like,
Long
I think
time.
and it hasn't dated at all.
No, it's a great album.
But it's one people seem to kind of jump over, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, Argus.
Well, people do that. But look, you were talking before and never say die.
Yeah.
Same thing.
They do that. I think this is every bit as good as Argus, Kevin.
Oh, that's a big statement now. I don't know about that, but
no, it is.
It's not far off, in my opinion.
It is, because I don't think they would have made Argus if they hadn't have made that.
Oh, quite possible.
You know, that's why I think that's a brilliant. And this is a remastered edition.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant.
Great.
Brilliant.
Yeah, good pick.
Now, before we get into the top 5, Kevin, I just want to say thanks very much to all new subscribers, viewers, watching the videos. And I know you like Kevin back, and he's back. And if you could just like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It'd be just very good for us, wouldn't it, Kevin?
Very good. Absolutely, Pat.
Right, on to the top difficult part, the top 5. Imagine.
The top 5, yeah.
Top 5.
Yeah. I must say at this point too that picking these albums is probably obvious to anyone watching, but I tried not to pick stuff that we've done before by our favourite bands,
I didn't want
which
to
would be what? Zeppelin, Purple, Sabbath, Yes, King Crimson, Genesis, Floyd. You know, the usual suspects. Mostly, yeah.
Mostly.
All right, sorry, I saw that now.
Mostly.
So I'm just going for albums that are superb. This is my favourite album by The Doors. I think it's their best album. As much as I love the first album, LA Woman does it for me. It's a brilliant album.
That's an amazing album. I did a ranking on them recently. I can't remember where I put that. It was up. Oh yeah, anyway.
Yeah, 1971. Brilliant show. You know the tracks on it. Brilliant. Love Her Madly. Car Sits By My Window.
Riders on the Storms on that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant, yeah.
I have that album. That's an amazing album.
Yeah, it is. Crawling King's Day. It's brilliant.
It's the last Doors album. I know they made 2 without him, but
no, it's the last Doors
album. They're
album.
absolute rubbish.
Yeah, they are. We had one years ago. What was it called?
Full Circle, and then the other one, whatever.
Yeah. No. Can't have the Doors out, Jim Morrison.
No, you can't.
No.
That's,
so
that's an amazing album.
Yeah, it is. And again, you know, as a representative of 70s, it deserves to be up there on the top. It's great.
Brilliant. Now, my number 5 is an album, again, seems to be forgotten in the prog era of Genesis, is Wind and Muddling.
Oh,
would you agree, Kevin?
Yeah, I would, yeah.
It's kind
That's
of
a great album.
Because a lot of people talk about Trick of the Tail.
Which is brilliant.
Which is amazing, but they kind of skip out because it's the same year.
Yeah, it's the end of 76, isn't it?
Yeah, same year.
The other one's start.
And this is brilliant. Steve Hackett's last album with the band.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
They only had a live album after that with him.
And then they were three.
Then there was
you
three
know,
in 78.
and then there were none really, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. And then there were none. But that is a brilliant progressive rock album.
Yeah, it's a great album.
You can see though why Hackett left, because he had a lot of stuff for the album and he didn't use it.
Well, not only that, Pat. The other thing as well, it's a bit obvious on Trick of the Tail, although it's fabulous. I love Trick of the Tail. He was starting to get buried in the mix.
He was.
Tony Banks was sort of edging him out, dominating with keyboards. Too much, I think.
Yeah, and I think they knew where they wanted to go.
Yeah, they were heading for that, and then there were three type of thing, and
off into that
keyboard-dominated music,
and that pure dirt they had brought out in the 80s. Pure rubbish.
Yeah, not a fan of that at all.
No.
But then again, it made them multi-millionaires, didn't it?
Yeah, so.
Well, it did, you know.
I think they were rich anyway, Kevin.
Yeah, well, they were a lot richer, Pat, when they got into that.
Probably.
Follow You, Follow Me, and Duke and Abacab and all them.
It's about the music.
But they are garbage, yeah.
It's about the music. Look at Frank Zappa, for instance.
Yeah,
it's about the music. That's what he always
Rory
said.
Gallagher.
And he was the same. It was about the music.
About the music, yeah.
They didn't care about fame and fortune.
No.
It was about the music.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kev, where are we now? We're on number 4.
Number 4, Pat. It's this great album.
Oh, I have that.
Yeah, you would have.
Oh, that's a brilliant
Santana
album.
Tree.
Oh.
That's amazing.
That's pure class.
It is. That's, what year is that? 71.
It was an original one, is it, Kevin?
It is. First pressing UK one.
Yeah.
It is.
It's the old CBS label, yeah.
Yeah, and the sticker on it. That's a great album, isn't it?
Brilliant.
That's the first album, I think, to feature a teenage, what's his name? Great guitarist on. No, the guitarist on it. I can't think of his name. It's left me.
I don't know what his name is.
No, anyway, I'll come back to it. Now that's a sign you're getting old.
Sure.
Jesus almighty, I can't even remember the man's name. But
someone else there in the comments will let us know what it is.
Oh, I know what it is. It's just on the spot. I can't.
They will actually point. Nothing gets away from them.
I know that. But that's the last album to feature the Santana Woodstock lineup.
Yes. Oh, it's a brilliant album.
Yeah, it's great. You know, there's the first album, Abraxas, and then that. And after that, then I think Caravansary came out.
That's brilliant too. That's more jazz fusion, though.
It is. They started moving around, yeah.
Yeah, I have that album as well. They're brilliant. I love Santana.
Yeah, brilliant.
Thought they were unique in many respects.
Oh, very
unique sound.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Anyway, talking about unique sound, I think these are one of the most unique bands in the history of music. It's Tangerine Dream.
Oh yeah.
This is a live album, but a live album by Tangerine Dream.
I didn't know Ricochet was live. I know of it from
75. This I would highly recommend this.
Yeah, I know the album from you playing it for years.
Yeah, it's absolutely
a single album, Pat.
Single live album, part 1 and 2.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
And on this one you have Edgar Froese, Peter Baumann and Christopher Frank.
Oh yes.
A lot of people maintain that's the classic.
They finished about 78 or 9, did they?
Peter Baumann left after the live album Encore.
Oh right.
Yeah, so he wasn't on Cyclone.
All right, but he was on Stratosphere.
Yeah, he's on Stratosphere. Stratosphere probably the last studio album he was on.
That's a great album.
Oh, but that one.
Yeah, you'd recommend that, would you?
Oh, highly recommend that one. It's brilliant.
Oh.
As I said, they have so many live albums, but they're like studio albums.
Yeah.
Because no one's ever heard them before.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know. Anyway, that's.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. A lot of them are just.
They did it live.
And that's the first time they were played.
First time they were played.
Yeah. They must have used a lot of improvisation and stuff, did they?
Oh, a lot of stuff. A lot of it. Edgar Froese, they were brilliant and brilliant German band.
They have a real drummer at that stage.
No, they haven't.
No, just keyboards.
All keyboards.
A bit of guitar here and there.
Yeah, and moves and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oberheims.
But all keyboards.
Yeah, all keyboards.
All right, okay, very good.
Right, number 3, Kevin.
In the top 3, this is a great album. You don't have this one, I don't think.
I probably don't.
Neil Young on the Beach.
Yeah, I'm not a lover of him.
Are you not?
No.
Well,
I'll be straight up with you, Kevin.
Really?
No.
Well, this is a great album. 1974. It's
is that after? Well, what year is Harvest then?
Harvest is 72. So
now I do, strange enough, like Neil Young when he's with Crosby, Stills and Nash.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I have a couple of their albums.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever it is about their harmony on that.
Yeah, I know. I like Neil Young. That's a brilliant album. That's a great. I mean, they could have picked a load of his albums from the 70s, but that's the one I seem to play the most.
Would you think that's his
love
best
it.
album? Then?
Oh, it's up there. It's be up there. Hard to say what his best albums. Many albums has he? About 50 or 60.
Oh, I could tell you many. Yes,
Yeah, he has a lot. I don't have all of them, but I'd have a good few of them. That'd be up there, Pat. That's definitely up there, yeah. Up in his top
one I'll check
5.
out then. Even though I'm not really into him, it's one I'll check out.
Yeah.
My number 3 is another band that doesn't get a whole lot of mention on YouTube or anywhere, or
Oh.
progressive rock band.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Camel.
Oh, yeah.
Mirage. You have this album, Kevin.
I do. A great album, yeah.
Probably their best album.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Probably is. They went through
Better than Moon Madness.
slightly. Moon Madness is nearly up with it. You know what I mean?
That's a good album now.
And then Rain Dance is another excellent album.
I
and,
only have about 3 of their albums.
And what was the other one in between? Mirage. And the
Star
first,
Goose.
yeah, it can go on a bit. That's the only thing about that.
Yeah.
And the first album was good too, Kevin. First album was good too. But then they kind of lost it, I think, after that. But this is one I would highly recommend. This is a remastered edition with extra tracks. They have some of the tracks from the first album live on this as well. So it's bonus tracks.
What year?
I have it written down, 74.
Oh, it's old enough then.
Oh yeah.
74, yeah.
They were kind of forgotten about, really. And of course they did themselves no favours when they changed direction
Yeah.
in the late
As
70s.
a lot of prog bands did in the late 70s, didn't they? Trying to stay relevant or
You know,
trying to stay contemporary or whatever, you know.
yeah, as I said last week, if you're not going to be big doing what you're good at,
Yeah, it's unlikely.
you're going to be big. You're going to
Yeah.
be big. Now I know Genesis were big anyway, and so were Yes. They were all
Yeah.
big bands.
They're the big 6, aren't they? The big 6.
They were big anyway, and when they went on to do the less prog
They
music,
probably had a fan base to follow them and to buy the records.
of
And,
course a lot of them bailed out. you
Yeah.
know, a lot of them bailed out.
but that's your number 3.
Number 3, yeah, number
It's
2.
a good
Kevin.
album. Number 2. Number 2 is this brilliant album. ZZ Top, Tres Hombres. 1973, I think. Yeah, 73.
53. Many were in that band. 3 somewhere.
3 of them. Yeah. And,
Can't stand them, Kevin.
what? Ah, Pat, that's some album.
I can't stand them.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
I just can't get into
Now, you
them.
don't know the track Lagrange and Jesus Just Left Chicago waiting for the bus, beer drinkers and hellraisers.
I just can't get into them because all I remember is them stupid videos they made.
Oh, that's 83. This is 10 years before.
I know, but that's what all it reminds me of.
It's about their second or third album. It's early on. Oh, that's a fantastic record. And that's a Rhino reissue from 2015.
And what kind of music is that? That boogie stuff again?
Yeah, boogie rock, I suppose.
See, I'm not really into it. Kevin.
Ah, like a
I'm
bit of
not
boogie. Need a bit of boogie, Pat.
Anyway, it just reminds me of that bloody video they brought out. I know it's 10 years after and they went all poppy, didn't they?
See, that's like people now who watch or read reviews and look at Black Sabbath and they go, that never said, oh yeah, that's, you know.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah,
You know.
point taken.
Yeah, you have to listen to it.
Did you play it once from the outside? I think
I
you?
did, because it sounds fantastic, that pressing it's at.
Yeah, but I still didn't like it though.
Alright, I give up on you then.
I still didn't like
Yeah,
it.
right, moving on.
Right, my number 2, because I'm prog now, as you know,
As Prog Gates.
as prog gets. Gentle Giants, third album, 3 Friends. Another one gets overlooked.
It's an excellent album
Brilliant, because
with a diabolical cover.
under the cover shocking.
It's terrible.
Absolutely, it's like a child did it.
Yeah, it's awful, yeah.
But this was second album they released in 1971 after acquiring the taste. And I think this is absolutely
Second
brilliant.
album, 71, yeah, but the third album, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the 2 album. Acquiring the taste came out first.
Yeah.
But this is absolutely brilliant.
Oh, it's a great album. I like it.
Brilliant musicianship on it, of course. That goes without question with Gentle Giant.
Yeah, that's it. They are an acquired taste.
They are in a never made it big though, did they?
No.
You know, but I think they're amazing. They're in my top 6 prog bands anyway.
Not as good as anybody, but yeah.
As good as anyone. But this is one that I think is kind of overlooked
Yeah.
in many respects. You
Well,
know?
they're overlooked in many respects.
Yeah, but even the people who are, they kind of always talk about Octopus or
Acquiring the
Acquiring the
taste,
Taste,
in
or
the
the
glass
one-
house,
yes,
and any of them, yeah.
this one doesn't come up that often. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's my number 2.
Well, you must like it to have it up there, number 2.
Oh, absolutely, it's an amazing album.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
They didn't make a bad album until they went off the thing in 1978 with that
Giant for a
Giant for a
Day.
Day. Think about that. They did not make a bad album up until
Yeah,
then.
it's a decent enough record, isn't it?
You know, not many bands can say that.
No,
No.
there's not.
Number 1, Kevin.
Number 1. What's it going to be, Pat?
I don't even know what it is.
Nah, you're good. You love this album.
Oh, no, Kevin.
The Who. Who's next? What a fantastic album. Groundbreaking album.
Year.
71.
What's on it then that I know?
Okay. Baba O'Reilly.
No.
Barragan. You'd probably know these, you're just not familiar with the names.
Yeah, I might not, yeah.
Love Abe for Keeping. Getting in Tune, Going Mobile. Behind Blue Eyes. I think some band did a cover of that back in the 90s and got quite famous. I don't know who it was, but Won't Get Fooled Again. You know that track? You Won't Get Fooled Again? No? Fairly proggy. It's 8.5 minutes.
Good album, is it? It's an album
No,
you recommend,
it's not a good album. It's a brilliant album.
And what kind of music is that album?
Heavy rock.
Heavy rock.
Yeah, brilliant heavy rock. Really classy heavy rock. Fantastic
I'll
musicians.
check it out then. I won't judge that
Oh,
album.
Who's
I'll check
Next
it
is
out.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring over the CD and you can play away and have a listen to it.
I will.
Yeah, so
My
that's
num-
my number one.
Okay, I will get that one now. That's the one.
It must be good to be up at number one.
Must be.
It is brilliant.
My number one. That's another album that gets overlooked. That's what I was trying to overlooked in the massive catalogue of Frank Zappa.
Oh, huge, yeah.
You know what I mean? And
What have you picked out?
Black Jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Jazz.
72, is it, Pat?
72, yeah. It's
Have
his second
that.
album. And
That's a great album.
This is brilliant. It's jazz fusion.
Yeah, he did 2 albums like that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, the Grand Wazoo.
The Grand Wazoo followed it.
That's
I
right.
like that as well, but I think that's a better album.
I think this is a better. And Anthony Dunbar is on drums on this.
Okay.
Who used to play with John Mayall and
Yeah. Actually, he always has top-notch
top.
musicians, doesn't he?
Actually, he's a genius, Zappa. Pure and utter
Yeah.
genius.
Right.
And I like the fact that you have the hot rats. You know, hot rats.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a follow up to Hot Rat, even though it's a good few years between them.
Yeah.
But this is absolutely an amazing album. Kevin.
Yeah, it's a great album. I like it, yeah.
And I love it. It flows and it's just
Yeah.
musicianship at the highest. At the
Good
highest
stuff.
level.
That's your number one.
Frank Zappa, Waka Jacka.
Well, there you go.
And you have that.
Oh, I have it on vinyl, yeah. It's
You
a
have,
great
it on vinyl.
album.
Have you got a remastered edition on vinyl? Or do you
No, I
have
have the original. The Zappa family, Dweezil Zappa, had done a great job of redoing all his father's albums from the original analog tapes. So it's all analog.
But all his albums are always well.
Yeah, but they've redone them and they've repressed them all and done them properly.
Yeah, but even the
Brilliant.
original, they still sound brilliant.
Oh, they do. They're
'Cause
great.
He was so good at it. Now,
Great album.
what do you think of that? Enjoy that.
That was I did and I didn't, because as we're talking through all the albums, there are so many albums left out.
Oh, absolutely.
But what do? You have to just pick 15. So I will say, in my defence, I have just picked 15 albums that I've been playing recently and put them out there.
I picked 15 that I would not normally,
Yeah.
because I've done all my prog and all that stuff. You know, I wanted
Yeah.
to do something different.
Well, I want to do something different as well.
Yeah.
And not include.
There's a good few albums in there now I will have to get, and there's a few there you will have to get,
Yeah.
and there's one or two there I won't be getting.
Right. What won't you be getting?
I won't be getting ZZ Top.
Oh, okay. Right.
That's one. That's a fact. Anyway, maybe I might change if you play it again on the. I don't think you played it on the new turntable yet, did you?
No. All right. I'll give you a spin on that then. See what you think.
On the new turntable, I might hear it on that and see. I might hear something different.
You might. You might.
You know, I might. But anyway, that's all from Kevin and myself. And whatever you're doing, stay safe. And it's nice to be nice. And until the next time, and we'll have Kevin again very, very soon. Is that right, Kevin?
I'm guessing you will, Pat.
Absolutely. And he's looking forward to the new Led Zeppelin film coming out.
Oh yes, going to see that Saturday week. This
Yeah.
day week.
That's right, yeah.
Saturday, yeah.
So
The
you'll
Birth of
probably,
Led Zeppelin.
you'll probably go and see it more.
I'll go and see it a few times.
Of course you will. Anyway, from me, Pat, and Kevin, bye for now. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.